once again. Jump in the chat, say hello, and let me know how you're doing, and let's chat about Freemasonry. Any thoughts you have on Freemasonry, positive, negative, or neutral? These 1 a.m. chats, excuse me, I don't have any specific topics. I just hang out, see what you want to talk about, and kind of go from there. So let's see what it is that you guys want to chat about. Hold on just one sec. Let me just put some stuff in here. Hello, Linking Atlas, you're back. How's it going? Look at that first one on stream right away too. Good morning, Dylan. How's it going for you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you again. Yes, like, subscribe, comment, share, etc., etc. I'm doing well. Okay, what helped you, Linking Alice? What thoughts? What's up, your local spirits? What were my words? I'm glad they helped you. Give me 1 second. There we go. Just wanted to send it out. Welcome, Uganda. Thank you so much, Martin. I don't think I've ever necessarily had anybody on from Uganda in the past. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you for being here. Please hit like and subscribe. Yes, well, I think ultimately when it comes to that kind of stuff, spiritualism, et cetera, I think ultimately we put the chains on ourselves by giving it more power than it should have. You're just going to have to trust that you're going to be okay and that those type of things don't have any power over you. At least that would be my advice. You are welcome, Courtney, and thank you so much as always for being here. Talking about party, the next big party is going to be December 21st at 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a 24-hour live stream. Yeah, it's kind of like Skeleton Key. I don't know if you ever saw that movie with Kate Hudson, but I think it's very much like that. It's very much like Skeleton Key, where the more you believe in it, the more power you give it. Well, thank you, Martin, and welcome to this stream. I hope you'll hit the like button and the subscribe button, and let me know if you have any thoughts on Freemasonry, positive, negative, or neutral. I'd love to hear them. These 1 a.m. streams is just hang out, chat about whatever. Don't have any specific topics. Well, I mean, that's probably a scam, to be honest, Linking Atlas. My assumption is your email address got on a list. Probably you responded to an email, it got on the list. The next thing you know, everybody gets access to that list and they start emailing you, thinking you'll be interested in a free tarot card reading. And then what they do is they give you, they give you the first half of the tarot card reading for free, then they tell you they've discovered something, but they need to do another reading on you, and that's going to cost some money. And then it just kind of goes from there and there and there. So I'd be very, yeah, I would be very hesitant about that stuff, linking Atlas. It sounds like they're trying to scam you a little bit. Or Facebook, yeah, email, Facebook, however it is they work on that stuff, right? They still find you, and I get a million messages like that every day. Very annoying. Not for tarot reading per se, but a million types of messages of spiritualist, or do a reading or psychic reading or some emergency. Bunny Hop, hello, Bunny Hop, how's it going? Well, they may know something from Facebook, depending on what you're putting on there. Bunny Hop Official, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. To everybody watching this, as always, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Well, maybe linking Atlas, but don't forget, people have an ability to find stuff on you on social media frighteningly easily, very frighteningly easily. So it's not, it could be the case. I'm saying but it's also possible that, again, people find me on social media all the time. You kind of just, it's very annoying, but not, I have no idea. I'm just going to call you Knox. No, I think we should send, I mean, hopefully orphans, are able to find homes with foster families. I don't know why we'd send orphans to prison. So I do not know to what you are referring. And nowhere in Freemasonry do we recommend sending orphans to prison. Nor should we. Just for the record. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I mean, I'm not a fan of gangs, so I'd rather people not join them. If I had any say in it. Knox, do you have any thoughts on Freemasonry? Positive, negative, or neutral? I'd love to hear them. Are you... Okay, where are you from, Knox, out of curiosity? Yeah, where might you be from? Freemasonry, it's a social club, it's a civic organization. It's been in existence since 1717, so it's the oldest civic organization in the world, the oldest fraternal organization in the world. It also has organizations as part of it for women. But think of it as a civic or social club. I do not know what Cheddar Bob is or to whom you are referring, but it's wonderful to be here nonetheless. Thank you for having me. Please take a moment, hit the like and subscribe. Well, within Freemasonry, there's a fraternal side, but there's also orders for women. There's the Eastern Star, there's the Order of Women Freemasonry. There's also youth groups, Rainbow, Demolay. So there's orders for men and women within Freemasonry. Yes, we do. Probably worldwide we do, Dutch. I mean, I just got this report when I was in London from the Masonic Charities Foundation. So, they give millions of dollars yearly, millions of pounds, if you will, to different charities, including groups for kids. Globally, they probably do. And if you're talking about the Shrine, Dutch, then certainly with their hospitals, it's well in the millions. Is he handsome? Because if he's handsome, I'll take it. If he's not handsome, why you got to be that way? You cannot not. You can give me a super chat if you want. Well, no. I mean, well, there's the Order of Women Freemasons, which you could argue is a separate organization, but there's also Eastern Star, which is not which is part of Freemasonry, and a very important part of it. Valley Lodge 21 Awesome, Dutch. I would love to visit Montana. It's 1,000,000% on the list of places I really want to visit. Um, then, Don, I'll take it. Okay, I've been a Freemason, Dutch, since 2007. I've been a Freemason for 20 years. I started, or thereabouts, I started Compass Promotions to promote the ways Freemasonry was and is relevant to the communities in which it is located. Um, and yeah, I do a lot of different, content. I do these live streams. I also post YouTube videos and interviews. I just did one with the brother from South Carolina. I also write a lot of stuff on Medium. Basically, I have a lot of different content. So I hope you'll check it all out. I hope you'll like and subscribe. And if there's anything specific you want me to talk about when it comes to Freemasonry, please let me know. And I'll do my best to try to answer you. At least give you my perspective, right? There is no single answer to Freemasonry. When people ask, like, what are the benefits of Freemasonry, for example, it's a very personal question. And everybody will have different answers to that question. But what I can say is I can at least give you my experience and why it is that I love Freemasonry and the benefits it's given to me, if nothing else. That's a good question. I'd have to think. Again, I would be speaking from my local perspective, right? Ontario. Um, Definitely the decline of membership. Um, it's only increased the decline of membership and membership engagement. That's been a big issue that we're still struggling to resolve. Um, Probably, I'd say a more of a focus on esoterics and a reduction in a focus on the more practical aspects of Freemasonry, for whatever that means. More esoteric discussions, more conferences, more Freemasonry online, certainly podcasts, online meetings, YouTube channels, things like that. So that's a few different things. Orange sunrise. The answer is the question, the measure is the measurement. Can you expand orange sunrise on what that means? And can you also hit the like and subscribe button? I would truly appreciate it. I think I understand the concern, Nathan, the idea that if a group gets too big, it has too much power. I would say, though, I think ultimately sometimes size does matter. The larger a group is, potentially the more it can do to make the world a better place. So it comes with both risks and rewards, for whatever it's worth. But I would say ultimately, Courtney, the thing that's changed the most has definitely been a greater online presence. Um, no worries, you can ask as many questions as you want, Courtney. Although this will be a shorter stream, it's only going to go probably for half an hour to maybe an hour. What do I think future generations should know about the history of Freemasonry? Well, I would say I think the better question, the better point is just to hope that Freemasonry continues to future generations. I want them to not just know the history of it, I want them to just be able to experience it and know it still exists. One of the biggest challenges, I think, within Freemasonry now is how much longer will it last? And will it last for future generations? So it's not so much them knowing the history of it, as just being able to partake therein. I guess I'd say that's my main goal for whatever it's worth. And my main fear. Hello, Daniela Gonzalez. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well, as always. I hope that your day is going well. I hope that you will take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you've not done so already, I know you've already subscribed, I believe. But let me know how your night is going. Um, Good. I'm glad things are going good so far. Oh, I I understand what you're saying, Nathan, but I don't know if I agree. I find sometimes groups can actually have a decent mediating effect on people, right? Like it's like a team. If you're playing on a football team, you may want to do your own thing and act your own way, but the teacher, you may act your own way, but the team will act in a mediating effect and will hopefully encourage you to be willing to be sacrificial of your own desires, your own time for the good of the team. That might mean taking time to exercise. That might mean showing up for practice, whatever it might be, right? That's what kind of matters. And so I think sometimes groups, even whether it be Masonic or a team, can actually have a really positive effect on people because they can encourage people to look outside of themselves and focus on the good of the group and make personal sacrifices. Having said that, it's very easy for a large group to become a mob, um, for whatever that's worth. Read, I will, I don't, never heard that story before, so I will check it out. Read the true story. Let me look this up. True story, 100th monkey. Good. I'm glad it's been great. Oh, 100th monkey effect. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at Wikipedia. It's an esoteric idea claiming that new behavior ideas spread rapidly by the unexplained means from one group to all related groups. Once a critical number of members of one group exhibit the new behavior or acknowledge the new idea. Behavior is said to propagate even to groups that are physically separated and have no apparent means of communicating with one another. Interesting. I will read this. I'm curious now to learn more about it. Thank you for sharing, Nathan. I appreciate it. What would you say, Courtney, has been your favorite thing about uh, being a Mason? I know you're 5 months in, so there's still a lot more to learn. But just in this last 5 months, what would you say has been some of your favorite things you've learned the most about, or yeah, just your favorite thing thus far? Do you feel closer to your family? I know you said you had I think it was your uncle or grandfather who were Masons. Do you feel closer to them? I guess what do you what's kind of sticking out to you in your journey? I think I'm good. I mean, if I just just scratching, but I think I'm okay. Having said that, if I start to, I'll just go back to the doctor, get more medicine, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good. It's funny, you guys getting to know me so well, you know about my past medical issues or ear infections. That's a sign of knowing me way too well, probably. We're going to give this probably just 10 more minutes. Just see who else jumps on. I'll be back on tomorrow, though, at 1 p.m. I just got a ton of work I got to catch up on, so I got to get myself to sleep to wake up early. What's your favorite video game? Probably Dead Space, or maybe, probably Dead Space, or maybe Assassin's Creed 3 because of all the Masonic references. But as a big fan of scary movies, I do really enjoy Dead Space. And by the way, please hit that like and subscribe button, Autumn, if you've not done so before. Nice. Which one do you like the best? One, two, or three? Camaraderie, the sense of brotherhood, and brotherly love. Awesome. Those are all excellent things to love about Freemasonry. And I would agree, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, all of that stuff really helps, I think, grow what Freemasonry is, and how valuable it is. So, Autumn, which of the Dead Spaces, Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2, or Dead Space 3, which one do you love the most? Oh, see, I'm a big fan of 3. I think 2 is the best. Then I would go number 1, then number 3. Having said that, even though I ranked 3 last, I do enjoy it quite a bit. There's no Dead Space game I don't enjoy. Um, it's just if I had to pick one to play, I'd probably go number 2. Though number 1 is great, and it was revolutionary, right? It was absolutely a revolutionary game. The best to ever, the best to ever, um, the best combination of horror and video games ever, in my opinion. That's fair, and that is why I rank it last. Um, but I do love anytime you're floating around in space, and there's a lot of that in part 3, so that's why I do love it. But again, I always mention um, really loving uh, Assassin's Creed Part 3 because it has so many Masonic references in it. And I did post a lot of that stuff on my social media feeds and my YouTube accounts. I've not played Callisto yet, although I keep hearing that it's like Dead Space and it was made by the same person who designed and directed Dead Space. So that makes me want to check it out for sure. You're absolutely right, Courtney. It is about building strong, reliable relationships based on integrity. That's a very good way to put it. So I agree with you 100%. Um, and by the way, to everybody joining us, please take a moment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope, by the way, you all enjoyed following me on my trip. And I might have another trip happening very soon. So if/when I do, I will let you know. But I believe next week, actually, I might be lucky enough to take another trip. I like how, Courtney, you also say strong, reliable relationships based on integrity. Because there are different types of relationships. Some relationships are just based on proximity, how close you are to somebody. Like you may have a friend at work, right? Or your neighbor. Freemasonry is based on a little bit more than that. So that's a really beautiful thing about it. Okay, so it was your grandfather. Do you feel, Courtney, closer to your grandfather now that you are a Freemason? Hello, Tesh. How's it going? Don't call me host. Call me Cameron. Host sounds way too formal. I hope that you are doing well. Because I feel the same way. Like I said, I never knew my grandfather. On my mom's side, I knew my grandfather, my papa. But on my dad's side, I never met my grandfather. He died before I was born. Um, but joining Freemasonry did make me feel a lot closer to him. So it still does. You're good. I'm good as well. So thank you so much for being here. And Tesh, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be, as I said, ending the stream a little bit earlier than I normally do. Having said that, thank you everybody who's been here so far. Because I got to wake up early tomorrow because I got a ton of work coming up. So, good. I mean, well, I consider you my brother, Courtney, and obviously you are my brother. But also, it's good when you know, have that family connection and you can call your grandfather your brother as well. In the same way I call my dad my brother, right? That can be a really special feeling. So that is awesome. And I think the beautiful thing about Freemasonry, right, is we all are sharing the same path. It's a really fun and beautiful thing about it. The fact that you're in Texas, I'm in Canada, I'm in Windsor. There are Masons all around the world, and yet we're all sharing the same path. I think that's a beautiful thing, something that I genuinely love about Freemasonry. So. Even in Kenya, you can be following the same path in Kenya as well. So, all right, I think we'll be ending this stream soon. I will be back on at 1 p.m. I have a couple different topics I was thinking of discussing. However, as always, if you have any ideas or things you want me to discuss, please let me know as well. But I think I'm going to be ending this stream in a second. Thank you all who have joined. I've actually got a very busy week in Freemasonry. I'll be keeping you guys informed of all of them. It's going to be very exhausting. I got an installation. I got a bunch of stuff. Believe me, you'll be hearing all about it. And then I might be traveling again next week. So once I know more, you will know more. But I will see you guys then tomorrow, or I guess today, technically, 1 p.m. Eastern. Icy Stoner 420. No, as in you want me to stick around? Why are you saying no, little guy? I'm not that little. But you can do Icy Stoner 420s. You can hit the like button and the subscribe button. And let me know if you have any thoughts on Freemasonry. Well, I have to leave eventually, but that doesn't mean I can't come back eventually as well. I'll be back, I promise. Funny, I don't remember the name Icy Stoner, but I mean, keep in mind, there's a lot of people coming in and out of the stream, so forgive me if I've missed anybody in the past. Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for being subbed. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming much lately, or the last week. I was traveling. I just got back, so I'm back to streaming. I am Canadian. Maybe, but some people say I'm thinking I'm Canadian because of my accent. I trust you. It's good to have you back. So how is your day treating you? How's it going? Or your night? I don't know what time it is for you. But how are you doing? And thank you so much for joining once again. I do appreciate it very much. And you could just be saying I'm Canadian because, I'm very handsome. And we all know that Canadians are the most handsome of people, in fairness. Not to be that guy, but I think you could point that out. just for the record. Okay, so you're about 4 hours ahead of us. How are things going in Iceland? So I do think I remember you because I remember somebody on the stream from Iceland, which, by the way, I'd love to visit. I know there's Freemasonry in Iceland. I think it'd be really cool to visit a Masonic lodge in Iceland. It would be awesome, in point of fact. Mike, yeah, well, they could sound the same. Minnesota is so close to Canada. That does make a lot of sense to me. That people would get them confused because they are in geographical proximity. You're tougher than I am, Icy Stoner. You're tougher than I am. There's also a lot of similarities between the Maine accent and the New Brunswick accent. They both have that French tang to them. Seattle and Vancouver sound the same. You're very tough than Icy Stoner 420. Making a snow angel in the snow in your shorts. I guess you have to make a snow angel in the snow by default. By the way, if anybody wants to support this stream, you can do a 99-cent super chat. It's a little amount, but it helps out big time. And thank you so much, everybody who has joined so far. I truly appreciate it. How do you make a super chat? You just go to where the chat, there should be a little rectangle with a money symbol in it. You click on that and then it'll, give you different ways to support, including doing a super chat. And if you don't want to or you can't, I completely understand. I know times are tough. Just being here is wonderful and greatly appreciated. You can become a channel member as well, though. There are lots of different ways to support the channel. And so it's appreciated however you choose to do so. We're going to give it another, let's say, couple of minutes. Again, these 1 a.m. streams, I don't have any specific topics. I just hang out, chat with people. Whatever it is that they want to talk about is kind of what I'm happy to talk about. We're just waiting to see who jumps in. Let me actually here. Let me just see something quickly. All right. You know what? I think we're going to end this stream. However, like I said, I'll be back in about 12 hours, 1 p.m. Eastern. So I guess 11 hours. And we'll chat more about Freemasonry. All right, guys. Have an excellent night. Thank you. Oh, before, Courtney Bandit is doing very well. I don't know where she is right now, but she's around. Do I look 49, Phil? Oh my gosh, now, Phil, you've made me self-conscious. Tell you what, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give me some hearts, and I will tell you my age. But for the record, it's not 49. No, it's too late, Phil. Now I feel old. You've made me feel very old, like I'm fading away. What you're saying is I look mature, right? That's what you're trying to say. I look very mature. Again, throw that like, throw that subscribe, give some hearts, and I will tell you my age. Some people on the stream already know it because I mentioned it in the past how old I actually am. So it's not a state secret or anything like that, just for the record. Okay, done. I am 42 years of age. So you were 7 years off. So honestly, not terrible at all. Pretty close, sad to say. Do you have any thoughts on Freemasonry, Phil? Positive, negative, neutral? I'd love to hear them. It's a fraternal organization primarily, though there is a lot of Freemasonry for women as well. It's not a cult, it's a civic and social club that's been around for like 300 years, since 1717 and even earlier. It was, originated from stone masonry guilds in the Middle Ages that eventually became Masonic, that eventually became speculative masonry. Otherwise, think of it as a civic organization or a club or a group. It's not a cult. Cults require, for example, basically separation from family and work and a focus on the cult as being the supreme kind of leader, whatever you want to call it, within one's life. Freemasonry does not require that. We used to, Phil. Well, I mean, Masons still do. So initially, there existed what were called stone masons, who still exist. They were tradesmen. They were journeymen. They built things out of stone and shaped stone, right? They formed guilds, which would be kind of trade unions, is a way to think of it. And within these guilds, they had membership. They trained new stonemasons. They also provided social support and social benefit, a safety net, all the things a union does. And over time, Masons like myself, which we call speculative Masons, men who wanted the social aspect of the guild but did not want to learn how to build things out of stone, they joined, they started to join. They paid dues, they became members, but they never actually learned how to build things out of stone. They just joined for the sake of the social aspect and the safety net it provided. And over time, speculative masonry grew and grew and grew. We still use a lot of stonemason terms and symbols and ideas as metaphors for building ourselves and building our communities. Rain Corona 2689. If Islam is the way for you, then good for you. Freemasonry welcomes men of all different faiths and beliefs. I know many Islamic or Muslim Freemasons, as well as Christian, as well as Jewish, etc., etc. That's one of the greatest things about Freemasonry, is that it welcomes men of all different faiths. I do not know, Riley, what the Vatican II is, so I cannot say. I know the Catholic Church has always had issues with Freemasonry. However, we in Freemasonry have no issues with Catholic members. I know many Catholic Freemasons. Riley Porter, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Consider doing a super chat. 2689, consider doing a super chat also. I truly appreciate it. Just 99 cents. Helps out big time. I'm about 89 subs away from 3,000 subscribers. Well, I can give you my name, Cameron Adamson, if you want to report me. I do not know to whom you plan to report me, but go nuts. My name is Cameron Adamson. But I would not give the names of any other Freemasons because it's not my place to give them, to name them. If they, have been on my channel and wanted to talk about it, then great. I guess you can find their names that way. But if you want my name, Cameron Adamson. And I've been a Freemason since 2007, so about 20 years, which is crazy to think it's been that long, by the way. I'm still amazed I've been a Mason for that long. Feels like it was just yesterday I joined. I'm curious though, Riley, to whom would you report? And what do you mean by report? Okay, well, you know what? I think we're going to call this a stream. I planned to go a little while ago, but then some people joined in and it was fun talking to them. But now I think it's time to end the stream. Thank you all, though, so much for being here. I'll be back on in about 12 hours. Hope to see you then. All right, guys, have a great night.